The pomp and ceremony on the Samuel Adolphus Parade Square in Belmopan this morning marked the completion of training and the commencement of a law enforcement career for Belize's newest police officers. With families, spouses and friends in the audience, the newly minted law enforcement officers took their place in the line of duty to serve and protect the people of Belize. Recruit Squad number 86 comprises 101 officers. 16 of them are women. They leave the National Police Training Academy in Belmopan with high expectations from a country gripped with one of the highest crime rates in its history. They are also joining a department that is rife with corruption.
We are facing very challenging times as a nation. There is increased gang-related criminal activities, increased homicides, and increased criminal activities with the use of guns. To compound this, corruption in the police department is at an all-time high, and it has added to the already volatile situation that makes our job even more challenging. A challenge that we're obligated to embrace and overcome. I not only urge you to resist any indication of corruption, I must make you aware that the country demands it. There is a new breed of criminals out there that was not experienced by more than 50% of the department in their formative years. But looking at the syllabus you have recently completed and judging from the report of your instructors, you are up to the task of dealing with this new breed of criminals. Your training in general police duties, in law, in special emphasis on justifiable force and harm, in the Domestic Violence Act, in community policing, and introduction to criminal justice, forensics, first aid, and self lessons has certainly prepared you well.
The preparation of these men and women began in July of this year, and after 16 weeks of intense training, they are being sent out into a world where they will need every bit of the instructions they were given during their time at the academy. Commissioner of Police Crispin Jeffries says these officers are ready for the task ahead.
Certainly there is a need for more training. I don't think that we can say that they are not adequately trained. But any officer absorbs training, an individual absorbs training over a period of time. It is a standard practice that police officers are given what is called a probationary period. Basic training can have in the past been 3 months. We saw the need to condense this training because of the outcry for increased numbers, and we've done that. But there's a plan to roll out some what we call local in-service training and some residential for these people as they're assigned to the specialized units. So case unit-specific type training, task-specific type training will be given to them in relation to where they'll be working.
Jeffries says that the majority of the new officers will be assigned to duties in Belize City, either on patrol or in support of a particular unit involved in crime-fighting initiatives in the old capital. Minister Singh says that while these officers will hit the ground running, he envisions ongoing training to keep officers in fighting shape.
I really would like to also see maybe retraining of police officers as time goes by, where if maybe every 4 years or 5 years there's a retraining portion of it, and I'm talking about basic retraining. I'm not talking about new training. That is always ongoing at the police department. We send people abroad, and we have technical people come in and actually train groups of police officers in intelligence gathering, in analysis, in certain forms of policing. But I think sometimes some of the basic stuff needs to be reiterated.
Minister of Police and Public Safety Douglas Singh says government is committed to giving the police department the necessary resources that will allow them to not only serve, but to serve well. Minister Singh, these men and women, they're trained, the excitement level is high, they're fresh out of training, and they're going to be thrown into the fire, as you said. What is your government prepared to do to equip them with the necessary infrastructure that they need to be able to discharge their duties?
Well, I hope when you said infrastructure and discharge, you may be talking about guns and stuff like that. I thought so. The subtle use of words probably wasn't lost on me. Let me just say that that we're doing what we can. We already have an order for a significant number of guns that should be coming in sometime in the next month to be utilized by the department. Bulletproof vests, because we cannot expect our officers to be out there and to be vulnerable. They must be well protected, they must be well armed, and they must be trained to be well armed. All these officers were trained That has to be an ongoing process. That is something I'd like to promote a bit more.
And while the mood was celebratory at this morning's graduation, the reality is that life outside of the training academy is the complete reversal of what the graduates will face in their day-to-day work. The fact that they have come this far, according to the minister, is a good sign that this new injection of fresh blood into the police department will make a difference.
Seeing you here on the parade square today reaffirms my belief that of the over 650 applicants to join the ranks of the police department, we have made the right decision in the selection of the best applicants for the police uniform services. And today, all 101 of you stand proud on the threshold of realizing your dream. I have no doubt in my mind that your decision to join the Belize Police Department is born out of love for our country and with knowledge of the challenge you will face.
For RPC Gustavo Pech, many of the challenges at the start of training have served as a stepping stones along the way. The soft-spoken policeman topped the class of 2010, and he told Love News that he is ready for the task ahead.
Well, we hear a lot of talkings outside about the training, and it was a little more than I expected. Yeah, it was really arduous. It has been cut down to 4 months, so the amount of training that we need to do in 6 months, we did it in 4 months.
What was that like? What did you have to do? The early morning, late nights?
Yeah, we started waking up really early we started at 4 o'clock, do a little cleaning in the area, then we go to do some fatigue.
Do you believe that the training you received here at this academy has adequately prepared you for life as a police officer?
I believe it has. The instructors were really great, really helpful. And whatever questions or problems we had, we could always go back to them.
And even before the chalk is erased from the blackboards at the National Police Training Academy, preparation is already well on the way for the next recruit intake.
We're looking for another 100 officers. We had some 650 persons sitting the entrance examination on the 23rd. We're hoping that exam result can come in as early as the end of next week. And then within the next 2 weeks, we ought to be seeing ourselves getting ready to hopefully take those persons in the last week of November, or hopefully in the first part of December. But we plan to take those people on urgently as possible.
Reporting for Love News from the Police Training Academy in Belmopan, I am Patrick Jones.